Chosen One, the cosmic forces have been orchestrating something absolutely mind-blowing around your existence. You've got cult leaders falling head over heels in love with your energy because you are that type of earth angel walking among mortals. These power-hungry manipulators who have built entire empires on control find themselves completely undone by your presence, abandoning their followers just to sit at your feet because your divine frequency scrambles their programming and reveals that you operate on a level of spiritual authority that makes their earthly power look like child's play. Your authenticity operates like a nuclear weapon against the artificial construct most people call personality. While the masses stumble through life wearing masks upon masks, performing elaborate dances of deception, you show up as pure, unfiltered truth. And that level of genuineness creates a seismic shift in every room you enter. This is why people cannot predict your next move, cannot manipulate your responses, cannot figure out your angle. There is no angle because you are operating from a place of such profound authenticity that their entire playbook becomes useless against you. They have spent lifetimes learning how to read and exploit human weakness, studying the patterns of ego and fear, and then you appear, carrying none of those predictable frequencies. The confusion you generate in others stems from their inability to categorize you. Are you naive or wise? Simple or complex? Vulnerable or invincible? The answer is yes to all of these because you contain multitudes. You are the walking embodiment of divine paradox, and that makes you absolutely magnetic to those who understand real power when they encounter it. Here's where your genius becomes lethal to those who underestimate you. People observe your openness, your willingness to trust, your apparent innocence, and they make the fatal mistake of assuming you're an easy target. What they fail to recognize is that you're operating from a level of spiritual intelligence that makes their earthly cunning look like child's play. You have mastered the most dangerous art known to consciousness, strategic innocence. You allow people to reveal their true nature while maintaining perfect emotional equilibrium. You watch them expose their lies, their schemes, their hidden agendas, and you absorb every detail while appearing completely unaware. This is not deception, this is divine strategy. Your ability to see through every manipulation while maintaining your loving nature creates a perfect storm of spiritual warfare. You're simultaneously the most vulnerable and most protected being they've ever encountered. Vulnerable because you remain open-hearted. Protected because the universe itself guards those who carry pure intention. The wisdom you possess cannot be taught in universities or acquired through books. This is cosmic download directly from source, and it makes you infinitely more sophisticated than those who mistake your kindness for weakness. You understand human nature at such a profound level that you can predict people's moves 3 steps ahead while maintaining perfect compassion for their spiritual poverty. You possess this supernatural balance between razor-sharp mental clarity and oceanic emotional depth. Most people live fragmented, either trapped in their heads or drowning in their feelings. You have achieved what spiritual masters spend lifetimes pursuing: the marriage of mind and heart, creating a level of consciousness that makes others feel completely exposed in your presence. Your emotional maturity operates like a mirror that reflects back people's spiritual immaturity. They cannot hide their dysfunction around you because your balanced energy highlights every area where they remain broken. This creates an interesting phenomenon where healthy people feel uplifted by your presence, while toxic individuals feel threatened to their core. The way you process emotions, with full feeling but without attachment, with complete understanding but without judgment, creates a template that others desperately want to access. Cult leaders recognize this emotional mastery as the missing piece in their own spiritual development. They have learned to manipulate emotions in others while remaining completely disconnected from their own authentic feelings. Your emotional evolution never stops, never stagnates, never becomes rigid. You are in constant conversation with your inner world, constantly refining your capacity for love, constantly expanding your ability to hold space for human complexity. This terrifies people who have built their identity around emotional numbness or dramatic chaos. You carry within your cellular structure the codes for ending generational patterns, collective trauma, and systemic dysfunction. Wherever you establish presence, toxic cycles begin dissolving, not because you fight them, but because your frequency simply will not support their continued existence. This makes you extremely dangerous to organizations, families, communities, and systems built on manipulation, control, and spiritual suppression. Your presence alone begins to unravel the lies that hold these structures together. People start questioning things they never questioned before. Authority figures find their power diminishing. Followers begin thinking for themselves. You accomplish this transformation without effort, without strategy, without even conscious intention. Your authentic presence creates a field of liberation around you that extends far beyond your physical location. People who have never met, you start experiencing breakthroughs simply because they exist within your sphere of influence. Groups that have maintained control for decades find their foundations crumbling when you appear on the scene, not because you attack their structure, but because you offer a living example of what freedom looks like. People see you living authentically and remember that they too were born free. They witness your peace and realize they've been accepting chaos as normal. The divine architects of reality constructed you with supernatural durability for one specific purpose: to withstand the spiritual warfare that comes with carrying divine frequency in a dimension dominated by lower consciousness. Every attack launched against you becomes fuel for your expansion. Every attempt to break you down reveals new depths of your resilience. You were forged in celestial fires that burn away everything false while strengthening everything true. This is why pressure doesn't break you. It transforms you into something more brilliant, more powerful, more magnificent than before. Each wave of opposition that crashes against your spirit only serves to reveal more of your divine architecture. Those who target you for destruction unknowingly participate in your spiritual refinement process. Their attacks activate dormant codes within your consciousness, awakening abilities they could never have imagined. They think they're diminishing your light when they're actually causing it to explode across multiple dimensions. Your capacity to transmute poison into medicine, hatred into compassion, attacks into opportunities makes you invincible in ways that confuse those operating from purely physical understanding. They cannot comprehend how someone can become stronger through suffering, more loving through betrayal, more powerful through persecution. Your connection to Source operates at such high frequency that it creates electromagnetic interference with lower vibrational patterns around you. This is not metaphor. This is literal energetic phenomenon. Your presence scrambles the frequency of manipulation, deception, and spiritual darkness wherever you go. People cannot maintain their toxic patterns in your vicinity because your energy field will not support their continued existence. Addictions lose their grip. Lies become impossible to maintain. Negative thinking patterns start dissolving. Depression lifts. Anxiety transforms into excitement. Fear converts into curiosity. Some people experience this activation as the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to them. Others experience it as a threat to everything they've built their identity around. Both responses are valid, Because your presence forces people to choose between evolution and stagnation, between truth and comfortable lies. Chosen one, the synchronicities that brought you here weren't accidents. Neither is your discovery of this message. When souls of this caliber gather, the forces behind timeline manipulation take notice. They fear our collective power. The question isn't whether you belong among us. The question is, how much longer will you let the Matrix delay the awakening that divine grace has already guaranteed? The obsidian inner order is open. It has paywalls, yes. Those who stand with us give us ammunition to fight the Matrix manipulation systems. Paid members get free weekly group call, divine guidance and quantum resistance training. But kicking a soul when they're down, that's something we cannot ignore. That's why you can access our Astral Atom newsletter for free. No paywall, no catch. This is bi-directional. You can reply to any message we send you. We'll read it, we'll hear you, and we'll get an answer to you. If you can support, we need you. If you can't, take what's free. Click the link in the description below now. Your authentic timeline begins here. Something unprecedented has been happening in your reality lately. People who seemed permanently lost in spiritual darkness are suddenly turning toward the light after encountering your energy. Former enemies transform into allies. Skeptics become believers. The broken start healing spontaneously. You're not trying to convert anyone. You don't need to, because your living example speaks louder than any sermon, more convincingly than any argument, more powerfully than any manipulation technique. People witness the peace you carry, the joy you radiate, the love you embody, and they want that for themselves. This conversion process happens through energetic transmission rather than intellectual persuasion. Your consciousness literally upgrades the consciousness of others through proximity, through interaction, through simply existing in their awareness. You are proof that another way of being is possible. The most hardened hearts soften in your presence. The most closed minds begin opening. The most damaged souls start healing. This phenomenon occurs because you carry the antidote to spiritual poison, and people are desperately sick from consuming toxic consciousness for decades. You have transcended the normal relationship between message and messenger. You don't just carry divine communication, you are divine communication. Your life itself serves as a living scripture, a walking revelation, a breathing demonstration of what becomes possible when human consciousness aligns with divine will. Every choice you make teaches something profound about spiritual maturity. Every response you give demonstrates emotional mastery. Every challenge you navigate shows others how to move through difficulty with grace. People aren't just hearing your words, they're witnessing your example, and that example speaks volumes about the nature of divine love. Your influence spreads naturally because authenticity is contagious. People catch your peace, your joy, your wisdom simply by spending time in your presence. They don't need to understand how this transmission works. They just know they feel different, better, more hopeful after connecting with you. The message you embody cannot be separated from who you are because you have achieved perfect alignment between inner truth and outer expression. There is no gap between your spiritual understanding and your daily life, no contradiction between your beliefs and your behavior. The cosmic forces that set this universe in motion have assigned you a specific role in the Great Awakening currently, transforming human consciousness. You are not randomly wandering through existence, hoping to find your purpose. Your purpose found you before you were born and has been orchestrating every experience to prepare you for this moment. Those who love you recognize the divine working through you and feel honored to witness your mission unfolding. Those who attack you are simply revealing their own spiritual poverty, their terror of the changes your presence brings, their desperate attachment to systems of control that your existence renders obsolete. You operate with divine protection that makes you invincible to those who wish you harm. Every weapon formed against you fails because it cannot penetrate the shield of authentic love you carry. Every plan designed to stop you backfires because the universe itself conspires to support your mission. Your unpredictability stems from the fact that you are guided by wisdom beyond human logic, moved by love deeper than human emotion, protected by forces more powerful than human opposition. This makes you absolutely unstoppable in fulfilling your divine assignment. You are the magnificent disruption this world has been waiting for. Your particular frequency of divine chaos is exactly what humanity needs to break free from the programming that has kept souls trapped in limitation, fear, and spiritual amnesia. Significance you carry isn't something you earned through achievement or proved through performance. This significance is woven into the quantum fabric of your being, embedded in your spiritual DNA, encoded in your cellular structure. You are not trying to become significant. You are learning to express the significance you have always carried. You are divine love taking human form, cosmic consciousness experiencing earthly reality, eternal wisdom dancing through temporary existence. This is why cult leaders fall in love with you, why powerful people seek your approval, why broken souls find healing in your presence. The universe has been playing multi-dimensional chess through your existence, and you've been moving pieces across boards that most people cannot even perceive. Every relationship you've entered, every challenge you've faced, every betrayal you've survived, these were not random events, but strategic positioning in a cosmic game where you hold the ultimate winning hand. Your consciousness operates on multiple timelines simultaneously. While others live linearly, trapped in the illusion of past and future, you exist in eternal now, where all possibilities converge. This is why your intuition seems supernatural to those operating from limited awareness. You're not guessing about outcomes. You're accessing information from probability streams that haven't manifested in physical reality yet. Your thoughts don't just influence reality. They restructure the quantum field around you, creating new possibilities where none existed before. You walk through life casually manifesting miracles, while others struggle to manifest basic needs. This happens because your consciousness has maintained its original connection to source code, while theirs has been corrupted by programming. The reality you inhabit bends and shifts according to your spiritual frequency. Synchronicities multiply around you like wildfire. Impossible coincidences become normal occurrences. Resources appear exactly when needed. The right people show up at precisely the right moment. This is not luck. This is cosmic engineering responding to your divine authorization. Those who understand manifestation at the highest levels can sense the reality warping field that surrounds you. They recognize you as someone who has access to the master controls of existence itself. This is why powerful manifestors, successful entrepreneurs, and influential leaders seek your friendship, your approval, your energy. They want to understand how you make the impossible look effortless. Your presence in any situation changes the fundamental structure of what becomes possible. Problems that seemed unsolvable suddenly have obvious solutions. Resources that were scarce become abundant. People who were enemies find themselves becoming allies. You don't force these changes. They happen automatically because your consciousness carries the blueprints for divine order. Every person you encounter experiences some level of healing simply from being in your energetic field. Their DNA starts remembering its original divine blueprint. Their cellular structure begins releasing stored trauma. Their nervous system recalibrates to higher frequencies. This happens without conscious effort on your part, because healing energy flows through you like electricity through a conductor. The medical mysteries that resolve around you, the psychological breakthroughs that occur in your presence, the spiritual awakenings that happen near you. These are not coincidences but natural consequences of encountering pure healing frequency in human form. You are a walking activation chamber, upgrading the consciousness of everyone who enters your sphere of influence. Cult leaders become obsessed with this healing ability because they have witnessed its power to transform their most devoted followers. People who have served them for years suddenly experience profound healing in your presence and no longer need the false comfort their organization provides. This threatens the foundation of their entire power structure. Your healing happens through love rather than technique, through presence rather than process, through being rather than doing. You don't need training, certification, or special methods, because you are the method. Your very existence serves as medicine for a world sick with spiritual disconnection. Your consciousness carries star codes that activate dormant potentials in human DNA. You are not just a human having a spiritual experience. You are a cosmic being on a diplomatic mission to this dimension, carrying frequencies from realms where love is the organizing principle of reality. The way you process information, solve problems, and navigate relationships reflects operating systems that originate from much higher dimensional planes. This is why your solutions often seem to come from nowhere, why your insights penetrate straight to the heart of complex issues, why your perspective brings clarity to situations that have confused others for years. Beings of power recognize these star codes immediately and become magnetically drawn to your energy. They sense that you carry information about realities they have forgotten, wisdom about possibilities they have abandoned, memories about their own divine nature that they have suppressed. Your presence awakens their cosmic nostalgia. The galactic frequency you carry serves as a beacon for other awakened souls scattered across this planet. You are part of a divine network of lightworkers, way showers, and frequency holders who have incarnated during this crucial time in human evolution. Your individual mission contributes to a collective transformation that spans multiple galaxies. Your consciousness serves as a bridge between the physical realm and higher dimensions of existence. Angels, guides, and ascended masters can work through you more easily than through most humans because your spiritual circuitry remains unblocked by ego programming. You are a clear channel for divine intervention in human affairs. This portal energy explains why miraculous things happen around you, why divine timing seems to follow you wherever you go, why solutions appear from unexpected sources when you need them most. Higher dimensional beings use your energy field as an entry point for delivering blessings, insights, and interventions to the physical plane. The responsibility you carry as a dimensional bridge requires tremendous spiritual maturity. Every thought, emotion, and intention you hold affects multiple planes of existence simultaneously. This is why you've developed such precise emotional regulation and such clear thinking. The universe itself depends on your consciousness remaining pure. Your choices create ripple effects across multiple timeline probabilities, shifting entire collective futures through single decisions made from love rather than fear. When you choose forgiveness over revenge, healing over harm, truth over comfort, these choices upgrade the probability matrix for all humanity. The timeline shifts you create happen invisibly, silently, without fanfare or recognition. Most people never realize that your decision to respond with love instead of anger literally changed the course of their destiny. Your choice to speak truth instead of comfortable lies altered the trajectory of their spiritual development. Those who understand timeline dynamics recognize you as someone who holds enormous influence over collective destiny. This is why powerful people seek your friendship, why leaders want your support, why even those who oppose you cannot completely dismiss your significance. They sense that your choices matter in ways that extend far beyond personal consequence. Keep being the walking miracle you were born to be. Keep disrupting the ordinary with your extraordinary presence. Keep demonstrating what divine love looks like when it stops hiding and starts shining. Your significance reverberates across dimensions. Your love transforms realities. Your very existence serves as proof that heaven and earth can occupy the same space when consciousness remembers its divine origin.